Oh crap, sorry, I had my mic off. I was actually casting the whole time. So I had my mic off. I'm really sorry. I'll just sync you guys in now. It's 47 seconds on my screen, and I'll give you another sync. I'll give you a countdown to 1 minute. So sorry about that. I'm a complete and utter nooblet. So 56, 57, 58, 59, 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay, hopefully you guys are synced in now. That was completely crap nooblet by me. I had turned my mic off there. I don't know why, because I'm an idiot, obviously. And I was okay, never mind. I'm just an idiot. We'll just leave it at that, and we won't elaborate further on that. There's no need to explore the many and varied ways in which I am actually an idiot. But let's hope Firebad Hero does something different here, because I am just sick and tired of this matchup already. It's been very disappointing, and Firebad Hero is making me look bad, because I did say earlier I thought this was going to be the most competitive matchup of the tournament. But right now this looks like Stork versus 910 all over again. And I don't know what it is. Maybe Stork's putting something in these guys' foods. Maybe he's getting some secret agent to get there. Maybe he's using Orlando Bloom as his secret agent, and Orlando Bloom is doing something to the food of these guys, his turn opponents, and messing them up. Because it certainly seems like the case to me right now. Excuse me, this is Desperado, and this map really, I think Firebad Hero should be able to take, and I think he should be able to take Python to push it into a best of 5, to push it into the 5th game, if he really wants to. I think he should be able to take it, and I think he should play a much more standard strategy this time around. So far he's been going for all these silly strategies, and both players, it looks like at the moment, are teching up, so it looks like we'll have a much more standard game. I do feel that Terran versus Protoss is more viable on this map, but again, those island expos help a lot, and we did see Bisu use them quite effectively, and I believe he used them versus his own teammate Light to overcome him. So it'll be interesting to see what Firebad Hero can achieve on this occasion. And once again, Stork showing that he is at least in some way a superior player by sending out that early probe scout. Firebad Hero now sending out his SCV to scout, and Stork, it's brilliant by Stork because he sends that probe out, and if he finds an enemy base, that Zilot can get in and maybe kill a couple of SCVs early on. Every little different thing makes a difference in StarCraft, and Firebad Hero now definitely going for a more standard build. He's setting up that factory. I assume he will start setting up a second command center once that factory is up, and the SCV and probe are just going to run into each other now, which should probably give them the idea where the enemy base is. Once they do that, they should be able to go. Once Firebad Hero scouts that base, he should automatically realize that Stork is at 11 o'clock, and just for reference again, Firebad Hero is at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and Stork is at 11 o'clock. So I do expect a more standard matchup this time, and I hope Firebad Hero can get some confidence and play a proper game of StarCraft, because I think he has the ability to win it. It looks like Stork is going to be hiding his tech here. Stork building a pylon up at the top left corner of the map, just at the top left corner of his base, and it looks like he's going to be hiding his tech. Looks like, and this might be GG. We saw Bisu do this. We saw Bisu do this versus Weixin in Game 5 to pull out the victory, use a Dark Templar rush, and I wouldn't be surprised if Stork was doing the same. But Firebad Hero has teched up quite quickly, so he should be able to get that defense up. He should be able to get an engineering bay up in time and be able to scout this. Well, not necessarily scout this, but be prepared for this to some extent. And okay, no, it's going to be fast. This is insane. He's putting up a Stargate. So I don't understand if he's going to go for fast carriers from a one base build, or is he going to try and win with scouts, or what the hell is Stork trying to do? But he's gone for that Stargate, and that's perplexing is what it is. There's no other word for it. It's just insane, and it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Maybe Firebad Hero shared some of his polluted bananas, the bananas that have been corrupted by Orlando Bloom's intoxicating poison, with Stork during the break of the last game, during the ad break, and Stork has picked up a dose of it. But Stork going for the 2, and I guess the 2 gas in your base does make it possible, and it does look like Stork might be going for fast carriers. We'll know if he puts up that fleet beak on the Stargate. Is just completing, and it's 4:26 on my clock. He's just putting up that Stargate. Firebad Hero, meanwhile, killing off the neutral building outside me. He's got his siege tech out as well, so Firebad Hero playing a very standard game thus far. I haven't noticed whether or not he started up that second command center. He is going to start it up just now, so Firebad Hero starting up his expansion. Firebad Hero playing a standard game, and I would give him a chance of coming out on top. And the fleet beacon is going up for Stork, so Stork is going to be deceiving Firebad Hero here. He is going to be going for fast carriers, and Firebad Hero might find himself in trouble. It'll be interesting to see how this strategy pays off. Thus far, the players trying the innovative strategies haven't paid off, but definitely Stork's strategy is more viable than the ones we've seen Firebad Hero use thus far. And I really hope Firebad Hero can play a standard game, because so far this matchup has been extremely disappointing. It has been more reminiscent of Stork versus Zelos than the epic we all expected and hoped it to be, or at least that I expected and hoped it to be. And it's just pathetic to watch a game being played like this. And really, to be quite honest, I thought that I think that the fact that Firebad Hero defeated Savior in such a great epic game, he is doing a great disservice to himself, and he's really detracting from that achievement by his display today thus far. And I just don't understand why he has done what he has done, where his confidence has gone after that game against Savior, because he's just been playing some appalling StarCraft. And Firebat here now putting up a couple of factories, and even though Stork has got that Stargate up and is getting those fast carriers, he's going to have very little on the ground, and it's going to depend on what kind of push Firebat Hero can put up with it. Can put up here. Definitely Firebat Hero is not going to scout it, but I think the fact that Stork hasn't gone for that expansion should lead Firebat Hero to do some sort of scouting. He obviously hasn't got an academy, so he hasn't got ComSat scan, so he doesn't know what Firebat Hero is doing, what Stork is doing. So Firebat Hero might be caught unawares here, but the fact that he is building 3 factories now excuse me, does mean that he will have the opportunity of pumping Goliaths out. I'm not sure if he's got an armory though, so I think he might be caught completely unaware by Stork's strategy. Firebat Hero has yet to put down an engineering bay as well. He's relying on spider mines to try and counter, and that's a little bit of bad luck as well, because had he decided to use turrets for detection rather than relying on spider mines to try and counter Firebat Hero, and my stream just buffered there for a second. We're at 420 for anyone who's wondering. I'm at 421 now. Anyway, so I think the fact that he went for spider mines from vultures to try and counter a kind of Dark Templar rush from Stork rather than going for turrets is going to be at a huge disadvantage, because even a couple of turrets might butter any pressure at all thus far. He hasn't even got an armory up, and this is going to be very bad. He's not putting up that engineering bay, but that's going to be too little too late. Obviously he does not expect something like this, but I think the fact that he hasn't scouted, the fact that he hasn't pressured, the fact that he hasn't taken anything like this into account is going to lead to his downfall, and this is going to be very unfortunate. It does seem to me, and I know it's very early, we haven't seen any fights yet, and it is very early in the game, but the fact that he does not have an armory and Stork already has those carries up, this spells very bad news for Firebat Hero. Firebat Hero content to sit in his base and macro and content to play defensively. He's putting that academy up, so he's going to get that ComSat up in time, but doubtlessly he's not going to be scanning Stork's the corner of Stork's base, so he's not going to be aware that these carriers are being pumped out, and in no time Stork is going to have a large fleet of carriers, and Firebat Hero is going to be in deep trouble. He is finally putting up those turrets, but those turrets are not going to be able to hold off 3 or 4 carriers streaming forth, and Stork does have a decent ground force, and if Firebat Hero had pushed out and pressured Stork a little bit, he would force him to reveal those carriers early. Firebat Hero does look like he's ready to push. He needs to push now if he's to have any hope in this game. He needs to push out now and force Firebat Hero to reveal his tech so he can start building, and Stork is now coming forth with those 2 carriers. Firebat Hero is screwed. Firebat Hero does not have a hope in hell as far as I'm concerned. Stork decides he's ready to reveal his carriers, and I guess he wants to inflict damage on Firebat Hero's economy before Firebat Hero has a chance of noticing what's going on, and Stork Firebat Hero is just not going to have time to even put up that armory. Firebat Hero's only hope is that he can force Stork to bring those carriers back to defend his base by virtue of his push along the ground. Stork, Firebat Hero unlucky, he hasn't seen those, and now Stork has seen, Firebat Hero must have seen those carriers, Firebat Hero must have seen those carriers going towards his main, and he needs to push Stork's main now. Stork is going to have a couple more carriers popping out in a second, and Firebat Hero needs to push in here now and try and do some damage to Stork, Firebat Hero now, he needs to put up a lot of turrets. I'm not sure, he's trying to get up that army as quickly as possible, and he is pushing Stork's main a little bit. Stork, having spent everything on those carriers, Stork does have a couple more, a single carrier, but the single carrier does have a lot of interceptors in it. I do believe he's going to have to wait for interceptors, and Firebat Hero does have a couple of marines that he should be able to damage. He needs to save those marines. He shouldn't send those marines out ahead of those tanks. Stork now, Firebat Hero now in Firebat Hero's main. He's trying to focus on those turrets. Firebat Hero has got that army up. If he can get even a couple of Goliaths down, he might stand a chance here. That tank is being focused on by the carrier, and Stork producing more Goliaths, trying to hold that defense, and Firebat Hero's defense is taking a pounding. This is an absolutely critical juncture in the game here now. I hope Firebat Hero can do something here. Stork forced to bring out the pros to try and slow Firebat Hero down, try and take that tank down, and meanwhile his economy is getting completely harvested by Stork. Stork has got, those Dragoons are dead, so Stork only has carriers now, but he's managed to pick off those Marines, and he's now got Goliaths, but Stork has too many carriers, and he's done a lot of damage to Firebat Hero's economy. Firebat Hero putting that armory up just in the nick of time. He's not healing a lot of Stork's probes. Stork doesn't have an expansion though. This might be the game-changing maneuver here. Firebat Hero taking out all of the probes of Stork, and Stork is going to be unable to mass-produce more carriers, and this might very well be the turnaround. So it looks like even though Firebat Hero was caught completely unawares, this strategy might not pay off for Stork. Firebat Hero does have 2 command centers that he can continue to pump units from. Stork does have those 2 carriers, but I don't think Firebat Hero will mind that too much. Stork has 3 carriers, he's using a single carrier to defend his main. He's got 4 carriers in total, but he doesn't have the money to buy more interceptors. All his probes are dead. He doesn't have a single extra nexus. I don't even know if he has the money to produce more. He's taking out an armory. I'm sure Firebat Hero won't mind that too much, because he's probably building a counter armory in his main to make up for that fact. He has got a significant number of Goliaths built up. He's got a significant number of turrets defending his main, and it does look to me like Firebat Hero has taken a significant advantage. And I think Stork made a mistake. He had the advantage of carriers. He should have pulled those carriers back. I think actually, to be honest, that strategy wasn't viable really, considering the strategy that Firebat Hero went for, because Firebat Hero did tech, and he did have those factories up, so he was able to churn out those Goliaths in quick succession. And one of those carriers is going to get taken down by Firebat here. It looks like one of those carriers, one of the carriers dies. The second carrier is low on health.